Here at the Montgomery County Fair in Red Oak, fun stuff going on throughout the day, throughout the week. The Goat and Sheep Show going on today. Tell us your name, where you're from, some of the stuff you're doing this week.
My name's Dalton True, and I'm from Montgomery County of Liska, Iowa, and I'm showing cattle, rabbits, and goats.
So you're staying busy this week. Goat Show just wrapped up earlier for you. How did that go?
Well, we didn't do very good in the with the normal show, but in showmanship I got second.
How'd that feel? Was that pretty exciting?
Yeah, it was kind of exciting. My goats weren't very good this year because of sports and stuff. You can't work with them all the time, so it's kind of hard to get out there all the time.
Tell us about your goats. Do they have names? What do you want people to know about them?
My goat's name is Sally, or it's actually Karen for some reason. My sister named it, and I don't really know why she named her that, though.
You said you're showing other livestock throughout the week as well. Talk about those.
I have a cow, Big Red. It's a breeding heifer, and I have 3 rabbits, and I'm showing 2 individually, and then the 3 together in a pen of 3.
So you're showing goats, you're showing rabbits, you're showing cows. Do you have a favorite one of those to show?
It's probably goats, since I've been doing it since I've been little.
Do you have a least favorite one?
No, not really. I've showed everything except pigs, really, because I've showed my friends' lambs too.
Showing pigs something you maybe want to do someday?
Maybe. You never know.
So for you, how is there a big difference in maybe how you try to show a cow as opposed to a goat?
Well, the cow's a lot harder because it can take off with you, and the goat, you can keep more control of it.
What would you say is your favorite part of the county fair?
Demolition derby.
It's always a fun time. I think that's Saturday night, right?
Yep.
I think when I was your age, I probably would have said the same thing. Aside from that, what are some other things you like about the fair?
Well, I like playing. There's a basketball hoop over there, and I like walking through the fair buildings and looking at other people's animals.
Yeah, lots of fun stuff throughout the week here at the Montgomery County Fair. Well, the Montgomery County Fair going on throughout the week here in Red Oak, catching up with many of the people that are busy here. And first off, just tell us your name, where you're from, and some of the stuff you're doing this week.
I'm Delana Olson. I'm the Montgomery County Fair Queen. My parents are Danny and Candy Olson, and I'm a member of the Senate Panthers 4-H Club. I recently did a static project with communications poster. I'm staying busy as the summer intern for the Extension Office and just going to every show and supporting our community.
Yeah, really staying busy. So where are you from?
I'm from Red Oak, Iowa.
Perfect. So very busy week for you. What has that experience been like?
It's been amazing. I've been able to see all the youth grow in our ag world, especially around in our community. We're so supportive, and seeing all the opportunities that our youth has at fair is just amazing to watch.
Crowned Fair Queen a couple days ago. For you, what is that experience like? How exciting was that?
It was very exciting. I almost started crying. It's been a childhood dream. I've grown up. My dad's on the fair board. My mom helps around fair. So fair has always been a part of my life, and being able to be the Montgomery County Fair Queen it was breathtaking, that's for sure. Take
us through the process for you to being Crowned Fair Queen.
Yeah, so on July 10th, which was on a Sunday, I believe, we went in and we interviewed with 3 judges, and we performed a talent or an educational presentation, and then we did individual interviews and a group interview, and then we got crowned on Tuesday and found out all the results.
How nerve-wracking is that whole process?
It's really fun. I don't want to say it's very nerve-wracking because I want a whole bunch of girls to join, whether what community you're in and what county you're in. It's a very fun experience to enjoy. I was nervous, but it comes with it. You always get the jitters, but it's so much fun that it's not nerve-wracking after that.
So now, being Crowned Fair Queen, what does that entail? What is this week? What does the summer look like for you? I'm sure it's going to be busy.
Yes, it's going to be very busy. So this week I'm just busy going to all the shows, seeing all the youth, going to the night events that we have here at the fair, Afterwards, I'll head up the Wednesday before the state fair starts, and I'll start the state fair queen interview process with all that. And then on the first Saturday of the fair, we'll figure out who the state fair queen is.
How excited are you for that process? I mean, you get a chance to mingle with other fair queens from throughout the state, and it sounds like a really neat experience.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm ready to talk to the girls and figure out what they do at their county that we can bring back to Montgomery County to get more girls involved and just in our county fair in general. I'm super excited. I've always grown up going to the fair barbecue with all the fair queens, so I have pictures with everyone since like 2015, so I'm excited to finally be the queen.
Some of the other stuff you're doing this week, you mentioned earlier. Dive more into that.
Yeah, so we have been busy from Saturday to this Sunday. So we had the horse show, so that entailed just handing out ribbons. Monday was our communications night, and we had a whole bunch of 4-H'ers be able to perform their talents and everything. Tuesday was static judging. We had all those. You can see all the selected for state and all the projects in the White Fair building we have here. Yesterday was the dog show and the poultry show. I got to show a chicken for the first time. I'm not a big chicken person, but we got it all figured out. I had lots of fun. Today we have the sheep show going on. I just showed a goat at the goat show, so that's exciting. First time for that too, so lots of firsts. And then later this week we have the swine show, the rabbit show, and then the beef show.
You also mentioned earlier you've been around this fair your whole life. So do you have any memories, any favorite parts of the fair that you'd like to share?
I think my favorite part of the fair is just seeing everyone be so proud of their projects. They work year long on these projects, and they completely deserve all the credit. They work so hard. Parents, supporters, 4-H'ers, they all work so hard on these projects, and finally being able to show the community them is just, it's amazing.
Well, fun times here at the Montgomery County Fair in Red Oak today. We're talking with Ben Booth. He has been judging the goat and sheep show throughout the day. Ben, it's been a fun day, and for a fair, it's been maybe kind of a nice day in terms of weather. Tell us a little bit about the goat and sheep show from your perspective.
Yeah, it's been a real nice day, and it's really nice facility that they have here. They're very fortunate to have this type of facility. Not every fairgrounds has a facility like this. A lot of quality in the goat show that we saw this morning. You don't find that quality at a lot of shows either. A really deep, good set of goats to work through on both the breeding side and the market side. So it was a good show. We found some really good ones there to move on to the shootout, and I think this county should be really proud of their exhibitors. They did an awesome job.
How does one become a judge at one of these fairs? What's that like?
Yeah, so that's kind of an interesting question that we get lots of times. I think it starts with just love of animals and being in production of animals. Myself, my family and I, we have 75 head of ewes that we raise and raise for club lambs, and then we also have a few goats that we show, and we've really gotten into it. I'm also an FFA advisor, and so I've got some livestock judging teams that have really gotten into it. You work with people in the industry, you ask questions, you start working with them on a daily basis, and you start looking for really good livestock, and you find a passion for it, and then you start talking about them, and sometimes you get invited to fairs to come and judge them. So it's always a good time to work with the kids, and obviously a really good time to sort through livestock, especially good ones that you can find.
And as a judge, what are things you're looking for? I know that there's different classes that might vary that, but what are some things that you feel are important?
Yeah, structural integrity, I think, is where it really starts. You got to have one that's structurally correct, good through their spine, good feet and legs, and they proportion up well. They balance up well. Does their front end match their back end, and do they progressively get wider from the front to the back as we work back, from blade to hips, and do they have enough muscle and power, and does their legs match up with the amount of power that they might have up top? So there's a couple of different things you might look for, and you look for a little more feminine traits when we look for the breeding, and we look for a little more muscle when we talk about market as well.
Yeah, so there's a lot that goes into it. How many years have you been doing this?
Yeah, so I've been judging probably somewhere around 5-6 years at local county fairs, and I've been teaching for almost 10 years, and I had somebody ask me if I'd come out and judge a fair, and that's kind of how I got into it, and I think word spreads a little bit, and you get asked to do a few more here and there. So,
what is the learning process like in terms of becoming a judge? I'm sure you're probably learning something new all the time.
Oh, all the time, and you're seeing different livestock all the time, and you, like I said earlier in the goat show earlier today, I didn't expect to find this type of quality at a county show. There's just so many quality goats that were here today, and it makes it a lot of fun to look through. It makes it challenging sometimes, so you have to really stick to your priorities and what you're really looking for. But you're always learning. I think that's what's great about being a judge, and I think that's what's great about being in education as well.
So aside from the goat and sheep, are there any other livestock that you judge?
No, I usually stick to the goats and sheep. Obviously, when training a livestock judging team, we are going to be talking about hogs, market hogs, and breeding swine, and we're going to be talking about cattle as well. But my strong suits are mainly into sheep and goats, mainly because we raise them. I'm around them more often. But it's always fun to go out there and find a really good market hog or even a really good steer out there that's just awesome to look at and fun to go find and see. So there's a lot involved in it, but you really enjoy good livestock, good quality livestock.
Any other fairs that you'll be at throughout the month?
Well, we just got done with our own personal one there in Carroll County, and as an FFA advisor, we also have Crawford County going on right now, and ourselves, my kids, they'll be shown at the state fair, and we'll just be around at some of those other fairs. I've been asked to judge a few other ones, but we've had some conflicts. I couldn't make it for it, so unfortunately, but it's a lot of fun. I'm glad I was able to make it today.
Getting to see all these different county fairs, I'm sure there's maybe some unique things about each and every one of them.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's why I said this facility here, the show barn, is incredible. You don't walk into every county fair and find one like this. This one, has really good ventilation, really good show ring, great stands for, excuse me, for people to sit in, good quality sound system, and it made it a lot of fun, easy to work.
Montgomery County Fair going down in Red Oak throughout the week. We're talking with Sadie Graham, the program coordinator here in Montgomery County. And Sadie, it's been a fun week. I know it's been kind of a transition for you as well into this new role, but first time at it, how do you feel things have gone so far?
I think everything has gone really good so far. We have a lot of quality here this year, not only in the livestock, but as well as our static exhibits as well.
How much of a learning experience has this week been for you? Being thrown into this new position, and it's kind of learning on the go, right?
That's correct. I was always in 4-H growing up, so I know a lot about it from the exhibitor standpoint, but as an employee of Iowa State Extension, it's been a huge learning experience, but I have a lot of help along the way with superintendents, the other staff within the extension, and all the volunteers, so I'm very thankful for that.
How do you feel your experiences in 4-H throughout growing up prepared you for this role you're in now?
It really prepares me because I know what those exhibitors are going through. I know what to expect from their standpoint, how much time they need to get their animals ready, this heat, how detrimental that is for the livestock, so I think it's really important.
For you in your position, what does this week look like? I'm sure there's a lot of logistics.
That's right. We have a lot of creating programs, entering results from every show, handing out ribbons, so just getting all that ready for the queens to hand out. So it's a lot of just hands-on work and a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff.
I know we just had, I think it was the goat show wrapping up, sheep show coming up here in a little bit. Aside from that, what are some of the things that have gone down this week? What are some of the things still to come?
So we had our horse show this past Saturday. Monday night was our communications, table setting events. And then on Tuesday we had our static stuff, and then yesterday we had our poultry show. Today we have our sheep and goat show. Tomorrow on Friday we have our swine show as well as our rabbit show. Saturday we have our beef show as well as a lot of clover kit activities. And then Sunday we'll wrap up with the bucket bottle baby show and the auction.
So it sounds like there really is something for just about everybody. It seems like, the exhibits and, of course, some grandstand events as well.
That's correct. We have grandstand events every night. I believe tonight's bull riding. So.
Yeah, always fun times. And it takes a lot of people to put forth this type of event. Who are some of the people aside from yourself that are making this possible?
Yeah, there's a ton of people. There's the fair board, the extension staff, all the volunteers for everything. We have our superintendents, the 4-H leaders, all the parents of all the exhibitors, so we're really thankful for everyone that helps make the Montgomery County Fair great.